Episode 10. Tiyana misbehaves at Olive Garden and gets grounded.
Hey Diesel.
Hey Tiana, what's up?
Can we go to Olive Garden for lunch today?
No.
What? Why not?
Because 1, I'm preparing lunch today. And 2, you'd become a troublemaker. So you obviously don't deserve to go to Olive Garden today.
Are you serious? I was only disciplining our children.
That's exactly how you have become a troublemaker. The way you've been treating our children, especially Stephanie, has been completely unacceptable. Hence, no Olive Garden for you.
But Diesel.
Tiana, I said no. If you say one more word, you're grounded.
Dad, what's going on here?
Your father's refusing to take me to Olive Garden with him.
Shut up. Your mother's been begging me to take her to Olive Garden in spite of her bad behavior. I told her that I was making lunch, but she kept insisting we have lunch there.
Actually, I don't know if you remember checking the cabinets and fridge, but we've got no food left in the house, so we might have to go to Olive Garden for today.
Oh shoot. I forgot. Well Tiana, since Eric said there's no food left in the house, I guess we'll go to Olive Garden today. The entire family gets to go. How does that sound?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Diesel. You don't know how much this means to me.
Let's get the rest of the kids and get to the car.
When the Gavin family got to Olive Garden.
Hello, my name's Jessica McIntyre. I'll be your server for today. What would you like to order today?
I would like to order a lasagna classical.
And I'll have spaghetti with meatballs.
And I would like a fettuccine alfredo.
And I'll have some cheese ravioli.
And I would like to have spaghetti like Eric's having. Just no meatballs, please.
And I would like an eggplant parmigiana.
And I'll have a 5-cheese ziti al forno.
And finally, I'll have a chicken scampi, please.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but we're all out of chicken.
Are you kidding me right now?
I wish I was, but don't feel too bad. How about I get you a shrimp scampi instead?
Why?
Because Tiana, they don't have any chicken. Why not get a shrimp scampi like Jessica just said?
No way! Diesel! I hate shrimp! Give me the chicken scampi right now!
Oh.
Tiana, stop acting like an entitled Karen. You can either have the shrimp scampi that Jessica is offering or nothing at all. Your choice.
Oh, I have a better idea, you stupid idiot. Why don't we go to the jewelry store across the street so that you can buy a diamond ring and engage me?
Tiana, I told you to stop with this behavior right now. Now look, you got everyone staring at us like they're in a hostage situation. Plus, we're already married and we have kids.
No, so you wanna engage me, Diesel? Well, why didn't you say so? Engage me! Engage me! Engage me! Engage me! Engage me right here with Olive Garden!
My word. Jess, Justine, and Simon, we've got to get out of here.
Yeah, you're right. Things are about to get crazy in here.
No, so you're not gonna engage me! Well, how about I engage Olive Garden instead? Good idea, isn't it?
Everybody, run for your lives. Tiana's about to destroy the restaurant.
Run away.
Run away.
Run away.
Cancel the order. We're leaving.
Get out of here.
What in the world is wrong with you? You just destroyed the entire Olive Garden restaurant. How dare you do all of this, you idiot? You're grounded.
We're going home right now and you're getting absolutely nothing.
What? Diesel. Please, I swear. I promise I'll behave. What?
Stop crying, Tiana. You're an adult. You're too old to cry. This was totally your own fault. Your own fault.
Yeah, Mom. You are such a hypocrite. First you dragged me out of KFC when I pointed my finger at your face and kept demanding you to engage me in Ulises Cabrera's channel. Now this.
That's the third time you did something that Stephanie got grounded for. First playing Ding Dong Ditch, and throwing one of our younger siblings out the window. Now this.
But everyone, all I wanted was a chicken scampi, but Jessica never gave it to me. That's why I had to ask your father to engage me.
No. The reason why you didn't get a chicken scampi was because Olive Garden was out of chicken. So Jessica offered you a shrimp scampi as a substitute. But no. You destroyed the whole Olive Garden restaurant. And I'm afraid we're gonna end up on the news because you got all of us in so much trouble.
But Diesel, I'm so sorry.
Nice try, Mom. If you didn't forgive me for misbehaving at KFC, don't think for 1 second that we'll forgive you for destroying Olive Garden.
Yeah. Plus there were cops outside of the restaurant, so we had to get out of there quickly. Otherwise we would have been in even bigger trouble than you already got us into.
And also, you scared away a few of our favorite GoAnimators that were inside. JG The Animator 05 and his family animation sensation 02. That was so embarrassing.
I should have never asked our dad if we can go to Olive Garden because of this. Even though I already reminded him that there was no food in the house.
Okay, Eric and Natalie, I get it. But I'm still so sorry. Can we at least go back to Olive Garden so that I can apologize to Jessica and accept her offer?
No way. Also, I forgot to mention that when you and I went outside, the Olive Garden restaurant was set on fire. It could have possibly been burned down to the ground by now. Thanks a lot, Tiana. You totally made our day. When we get home from the store, we're all gonna watch the news together and you'll be so grounded.
So the Gavin family went to the store and bought more food for the house. Let's see what happens when they get home to watch the news.
Hello. Welcome to GNN News. This is Anchorman George coming. We interrupt this program with some breaking news. Today, we'll be discussing an incident that occurred at an Olive Garden restaurant located in Rapper City. Earlier today, a woman named Tiyana Gavin did not get what she wanted, and because of that, she destroyed the entire restaurant. So now, we're going on Live TV with GNN News correspondent Rick Henderson to tell you more. Rick Henderson? Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, George. Anyway, guys, I'm standing right in front of the destroyed Olive Garden restaurant. The restaurant's still on fire, but it's not as bad as it was earlier today. This incident happened because of what George said a few minutes ago, and right next to me are two police officers discussing whether or not Tiyana Gavin should be guilty or innocent of the incident. And to go into further depth, there are a few witnesses who would like to share their experience at the currently destroyed Olive Garden. Here they are now. Sir, would you like to state your name for the record?
Well, as everyone might have guessed, my name's Animation Sensation 02. I was walking inside the Olive Garden restaurant and I saw Stephanie and her siblings running away, and the same thing happened with JG The Animator 05, aka Joseph Garbett, and the rest of his OC family. Then I saw Diesel trying to stop Tiyana from destroying the restaurant. But because Tiyana destroyed all of the lighting and the ovens inside, I myself had to get out of there quickly before getting engulfed by the flames. Luckily no one got hurt. But as for you, Tiyana, if you're seeing this, that was the worst thing you've ever done since ruining Kesson, animated me inside Midnight Animator Boy 2K8's birthday party. You're even worse than the real Karen, who by the way, I saved you and Stephanie from in my channel. And if I ever see you causing trouble again, I'm officially gonna cut ties with you, you psychopath.
And would you four like to state your names for the record?
Well, my name's Joseph Garbett, also known as JG The Animator 05. And sitting right next to me is my wife Jess, my son Simon, and my stepdaughter Justine.
We were sitting in the Olive Garden restaurant at a table across from the Gavin family, and we saw Tiana pointing her finger at her husband Isel and demanding him to engage her.
Then she went out of control and threatened to engage Olive Garden. So we had to get out of there fast before she began destroying the entire restaurant from within.
That was the most horrifying experience we ever had in the United States. Tiana's even worse than how her son Stefan was in our channel.
I agree with Justine. We've never seen Tiana like this ever since she ruined Carson Animatan's Neon Cyan Midnight Animator Boy 2K8's birthday party. She's gone madder than before.
Thanks Animation Sensation 02 and the Garbetts. Now before we end this news report, we'll be getting a response from the main victim of the Olive Garden incident. And here she is now. Hello miss, would you like to state your name for the record and explain to the viewers what happened and the damages to pay?
Well, my name's Jessica McIntyre. I was the waitress serving the Gavin family earlier today. When the rest of the family told me their orders, Tiana ordered a chicken scampi. The only problem was that the Olive Garden I worked at didn't have any chicken. So I offered her a shrimp scampi as a substitute, but she angrily refused and made a huge fuss. And after when Tiana attempted to stage a second marriage with her husband Diesel, she threatened to engage the restaurant, which drove him to warn everyone to evacuate, even me. Then the Big Bang happened. She destroyed the restaurant. Luckily, though, everyone got out before she began to do so. And Tiana, if you're watching this, listen to me really closely. Your behavior at this restaurant was completely unacceptable. You've destroyed everything inside the building. And for that, here's what's gonna happen. Your family owes me and all of my co-workers and manager $100,000 for all the destruction you caused. And it must be paid in 3 months. If you all don't pay by then, you'll be placed under arrest and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Another alternative is for your family to ground you for life. And furthermore, you're all banned from Olive Garden. Permanently. I really mean it, sister. I never wanna see scum like you ever again. You psychotic. Oh, what's the word? Psycho Karen.
Wow, thank you, Jessica. Well, that sounds like she had a very bad day today. That's a very destructive way to end someone's job. Anyway, that's all for today's news report. Back to you, George.
Thank you, Rick. You all heard it. People of Rapper City. The Gavin family must pay $100,000 for the damages that were made at Olive Garden, or Tiana will be in jail for 10 years. And if the Gavin family decides to ground Tiana, there must be a confirmation that she does get grounded. And that's all for today from GNN News. Enjoy the rest of the day, folks. We now return you to our regularly scheduled program. This is Anchorman George Cunningham, signing off.
You hear that, Tiana? We all owe Olive Garden $100,000 and were permanently banned from the restaurant. You're so grounded for life. Go to bed.
If it's alright, then you're all wrong. But why bounce around to the same damn song? You'd rather run when you can't crawl. in the end. I